Okay, in the last short video, we learned what Kahoots are, how they work. And in this little quick video, I'm going to show you how you can create a Kahoot. So once you come to the Create button, it will bring you to this screen. And there are 4 different types of Kahoots that you can create. You can create quizzes, you can create discussions, you can create jumbles, and you can create surveys. Okay, so I'm going to first start out by showing you how to create a quiz, the most common type of Kahoot that is created. So you begin with a title, okay? You have to give it a title, and it requires you to give it a description, all right? Example 2. And then you got to make some decisions. Do you want everyone to be able to find under the Discover link like you did? Or if you're using textbook content, publisher content, you might select only me so that you make it private and the only people that have access are the people that you share the link with. You do need to select the language. Kind of awesome that it has all these different languages. So as you think about your students, and if you have students who speak Spanish or any other language, then you might elect to duplicate a quiz and change the language. Very easy to do. And then you have to select the audience. So, this is for university, or I could say training, but, sometimes I've heard of people playing these for social functions and at different events. For our intents and purposes, we're going to say university. If you're using a particular textbook, then you can credit this resource here. And if you'd like to play an intro video, which I've not toyed with, you could put your video link here, typically a YouTube. Another nice feature is the option to select images. So you can upload an image, or now something new that they have is you can click here and go look through all of their images by category, and you can also search. So let's just continue on with the basketball theme. Once I type in basketball, these are all the images. I can choose any of these images. I'm just going to choose this one here. Oh, I'm sorry. That one's locked. You see how that has a lock sign on it. So some of these are locked and you have to have some type of access, which I'm new to, so I don't necessarily know. So for the sake of time, we're just going to go back and we're just going to pick any kind of animal here. So even though it's on basketball, let me see if there's sports and if I can find something quickly on basketball without this taking up too much time of my video. Okay, there we go. So there we go. I select that basketball and there it is. And now you click OK, go. And you can see the image there now in the icon that's going to show. Now you're ready to create a question. Alright, so something else that's new that I have yet to try, but do plan on using it moving forward, is the ability to import from a spreadsheet. So if you download their template, it'll open up a spreadsheet for you, and you can come in and they show you really well 95 character max. That's one of the limitations of Kahoot, and a 60 character max. Is really hard sometimes to meet these character maxes. But you type, copy and paste your questions in here, you ingest, and all of a sudden you select what the time limit is and then what the correct answer is, and then you just import it. And I have not tried this yet, like I said before, but I do plan to. But if you do what I call old-fashioned style, you click add a question. I've copied and pasted before from questions I had typed up, but you type in your question here. It will let you know if you have misspelled, which I do like. I don't know why all of a sudden. And then you get to decide how long. For me, I typically do 20 seconds, and then for multiple choice, 10 seconds if it's a true or false. I don't use the 5-second, and if I were to have students watch a video, or if I were going to have them read something that's more difficult reading, I'd probably choose up to 2 minutes, particularly if you were going to do group work. So I select it, and you got to, give it a give the answers here. And then after you give the answers, you simply have to click on the little check mark. And if you got this from a textbook, you're using textbook questions, you could just, cite the source there. And again, if you have images. So what's really interesting is I can go to YouTube and add a YouTube video. Let's see if I still have. There we go. So I can add a YouTube video, and I can tell it, at what second I want it to start and when I want it to end. That's really neat. If you think about PE and, just the ways you can use this, where you capture a little segment and you can ask questions in terms of prepping for praxis, exams, or just anything, higher order thinking, and students have to respond. I just have lots of awesome ideas about how to incorporate this new video feature. They started it last year, but I didn't get a chance to really toy with it. But I do like that you can select the end and the start times, and there's now your video. And so you have to create at least 2 questions. Okay, so let's do, example. I cannot type. And let's just say, and we're going to say true, and we're going to say false, and we're going to make the answer false, and that's it. So maybe I'm done. Maybe I want it to be a quick 2 questions as part of my start of class little formative assessment, or the end of class, maybe the thing that I want to measure my objectives. Ooh, great, great, great for this, right? And now, after I've saved it, I can simply say I'm done, or I can go back and edit it. I can preview it, which is a really nice feature. I could play it, or I could share it. And so when I share it, I have to put their actual emails in. I'm not a big fan of that, and I did not mean to hit play. I want to preview it. So what's cool about the preview is on this phone over here is exactly what students see on their devices. So for you building one for the first time, this is really a cool feature because it allows you to kind of see what students are what they're going to experience. So there's 2 ways you can play. I'm going to talk about that in the next video.